Good morning, and welcome to East Tucson Baptist Church. I'm Carl, and this is our prayer and reflection time. So today I would like to talk about going past the halfway marker. We're coming up to the end of June, so that means that we are entering into the second half of 2020. And I'll admit that 2020 has felt like a trial, and so this verse came to mind. James 1:12. Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because, having stood the test, that person will be receiving a crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love Him. You know, this year had a good start, but we had all these other things come up. We had this threat of a virus coming in. Then we had the social distancing to try to combat that. And then as it seemed like we were getting out of that, these race-based riots and protests all started coming out at the same time. And even still, the COVID situation hasn't been resolved. But even in light of all that, we can see how God has been blessing us. How God has kept us, our church, going in spite of what's happening around us. So first thing I would like us to think about is, how has God been blessing you for this first 6 months of the year? What has God done that has shown you that He has loved you and cared for you and kept you going throughout this year? For us here at East Tucson Baptist Church, we have this online service that we have started and that we are continuing to produce so that people like you watching online can enjoy and participate in our services if you cannot be here in person. For me personally, I'm glad that the church has picked up an online giving platform. As I'm raising support for my mission to Japan, it's going to be a helpful tool to be able to get people from around the country to help support the work that I am trying to accomplish by going back to Japan. What are your goals for the next half of the year? What things are you working towards, hoping that you can complete before the end of the year? This whole virus situation has slowed me down. This first half of the year has gone a lot slower than I had hoped for my goals and what I've been reaching for. But I still have my goals, and I'm still going to be working towards them. What goals are you working towards? How are you doing reaching your one? Who's your one that we at the start of the year had started to talk about? Are you still praying for them? Are you still trying to get in contact with them? Are you talking with them? You know, let us know how that is going. And let's continue to pray for our one. But also pray for other things that we will need to be doing this year. Other goals that we need to accomplish. Will you pray with me? Lord, I thank you for this day that we can come together to worship you and just fellowship together, whether in person or online. I pray that as we've had a rough first half of this year, you remind us of the blessings that you've given us this year so far. Ways that you have been working in our lives, maybe even in spite of this virus. Lord, and maybe we haven't seen all these blessings that you've given us. Open our eyes so that we can see and recognize it. Lord, I thank you for this online giving stuff that we have set up in this online service that we've been running. I thank you that this is an opportunity that we can have to reach more people and to minister to people who are stuck at home. Lord, I also pray for our goals in the upcoming year. What's left of 2020. We're still going to be working uphill for this, but help us to reach what we're going for. Lord, I pray that you help me to reach my support goals for this year so that I can return to Japan as soon as possible. Lord, I also pray for the other goals people at our church have, to reach people and show them your love. Lord, I also pray for who's your one. I pray that whoever each of us are praying for, that we take this opportunity to reach out to them in this time where love seems to be a scarce thing, that we can show them your love and your compassion for them. Lord, I thank you for this day, and I thank you for the 6 months that we've had. Though rough, I pray that you give us the strength and courage for the next 6 months. These things I pray, Lord. Amen. Thank you for praying with me, and let's continue on with our service today.